Good morning, everyone. We are Group 6, and our report is all about redemption rights.
Hi, I'm Ella Kainday. Our group will talk about redemption rights. What are they and how they work, as well as the key issues for founders. What is a redemption rights? It is another feature of preferred stocks. Yung preferred stocks, ito yung type of stock na nag-o-offer ng different rights to shareholders ng common stocks. And sila din yung nakaka-receive ng regular dividends and unang binabayaran kapag nagkaroon ng bankruptcy or merger sa company. Meaning, si redemption right, ang main focus niya is sa mga investors. Ako, kunwari bilang isang investor, pwede akong pumunta or bumalik kay company at sabihin na gusto kong mabalik yung pera ko. Kasi, ang redemption right, it allows the investors po to require a company to repurchase their shares after a specific period of time. Kasi dinisenyo po kasi itong redemption rights para protektahan ng mga investors sa isang sitwasyon o sa mga sitwasyon na kung saan yung isang company is not an attractive acquisition or IPO candidate. May mga instances po kasi na yung isang company is much more higher or much lower growth than the average. And practically speaking po, is itong redemption rights are really exercise. Hindi po siya madalas nagagamit kasi may mga pagkakataon po kasi na hindi siya nababayaran ng mga company na yun na ibabalik yung pera kasi nga po it's either na bankruptcy po siya.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. My name is Editha B. Basbas, the second reporter about the topic we have, redemption rights. In addition to what the first reporter discussed about redemption rights, investors are thus given the opportunity to exit their investment by exercising their redemption rights, which is particularly important dahil yung mga pondo or funds ng venture capital is may limited lives lang, typically 10 years. As a practical matter, hindi gaanong madalas ginagamit ang redemption rights dahil sa tinatawag na walking dead. So ano mga ba ito? Pag sinabi nating walking dead, ito yung problem wherein may mga companies na usually don't have enough money para i-buy back ulit yung shares ng mga investors. But nagkakaroon ng restrictions under the state laws to prevent a company from redeeming shares if it doesn't have the legally available capital. So in these cases, investors can request certain penalty provisions para ma-exercise nila yung kanilang redemption rights. Pwede silang gumawa ng promissory note para sa redemption amount nila, and also they're allowed to appoint a majority of the board of the directors until the price is being paid. So that's all po. Thank you for listening.
What does a redemption right look like? Redemption may be triggered by a majority vote of investors. The main consideration for startups in connection with these rights are the length of time before the right can be triggered and the redemption price. The rights cannot be exercised for at least 5 years after the closing, which allows the company time to achieve results. The redemption price is typically equal to the original investment amount plus accrued but unpaid dividends. Companies should push back against any cumulative dividends which some investors might look to add.
Pleasant day to everyone. I'm Erica Bulis and I will be discussing the other key issues for founders. So next is the Investors will try to add enforcement provisions to give their redemption rights something. So meaning investors will try to make their redemption rights stronger and more effective by adding some laws or rules on it to ensure observance and obedience. So for instance, if the company defaults or cannot pay the redemption price in cash, the investors may require the majority of the board of directors to be elected until such time na the redemption price will be paid in full, and or the company may be required to pay the redemption price through the issuance of promissory notes. So in here, the company or the founder should push back hard. The reason why they want you to push back, it's because they don't want you to not only negotiate these terms, and they will be disappointed if you and your co-founders sign a term sheet without asking any questions or negotiations, and they will suspect if you are similar to slacker or pushover when it comes to customers, vendors, board of directors, and your employees. The last one is the founder should watch out for unusual redemption rights such as MAC redemptions, which gives investors the right to redeem their shares if the company experiences material adverse change if there is a change in circumstances that significantly reduces the value of the company.
What are the issues for founders regarding the redemption rights? First, founders should push back the redemption rights as it is not a norm and rarely implemented. So meaning, as a founder, you should not always allow your investors to use their redemption rights. As a founder, you should set some conditions before they can use their redemption rights. For example, if an investor insists on redemption rights, you should only agree if his investment lasted at least 5 years in your company. Founders should also try to limit the redemption price to an amount that is equal to the investment and push back hard on any cumulative dividends. So meaning, as a founder, you should not allow the investor to get his dividends or his percentage of earnings in the company once an investor tries to redeem all his investment in the company.